2025 Aston Martin Vanquish First Look, new V12 GT gunning for Ferrari. It's the fastest and most powerful front-engine Aston Martin ever built. How much horsepower does it have? That was the first question from Aston Martin insiders when they learned Motor Trend just had a look at Ferrari's new front-engine Gran Turismo, the 12-cylindry, earlier this year. 818 There were smiles all round, eyes glittering. We're good with that. Now we know why. The twin-turbo 5.2-liter V12 under the hood of the new Aston Martin Vanquish makes 824 horsepower and a thumping 738 lb-ft of torque. This Vanquish is not merely the most powerful front-engine Aston Martin in history. It's the fastest, too, with a claimed top speed of 214 miles per hour. And on top of all that, it steals bragging rights from Ferrari's new flagship GT. The new Vanquish looks like an Aston Martin, iconic grille and a long hood and a low roofline that sweeps back to voluptuous haunches over the rear wheels. But it has a character all its own, not the least because it rolls on a wheelbase that's 3.15 inches longer than that of the DB12, the extra length spliced between the base of the A-pillar and the front axle center line. There's also a touch more formality to the DLO at the C-pillar and a bolder take on the Aston vent in the front fenders. The grille is bigger than that of the DB12 and Vantage, and that's not just to make a visual point of difference. It offers 13% more surface area to the airflow than the grille of the 760 HP DBS 770 Ultimate, previously Aston's most powerful front-engine 12-cylinder car, to help keep that potent V12 cool. A panoramic glass roof is standard. A lightweight carbon fiber roof is available as an option and is tinted to allow just 6% light transmission. The rear end is perhaps the boldest styling statement on the new Vanquish. Though not as extreme as the comtail of the limited edition, manual transmission Valor, the Vanquish rear end is the most abrupt on a production in-house Aston Martin since the 1967 DBS and is capped by a semi-floating structure nicknamed the Shield that can be finished in custom colors or carbon fiber. The Shield is flanked on either side by 7 stacked LED light blades, a technology first seen on the Valkyrie hypercar. The light blades give the new Vanquish the first vertical taillight graphic on an Aston since the DB6. Below them are a pair of big-bore dual exhaust outlets framing the obligatory rear diffuser. Underneath those gorgeous carbon fiber panels is a bonded aluminum body structure like that used for the smaller DB12 and Vantage. Additional underbody stiffening elements, plus a stiffer cross brace deliver a 75% increase in lateral stiffness compared with the DBS 770 Ultimate. Suspension is multi-link front and rear, controlled by Bilstein DTX adaptive shocks and larger anti-roll bars. First used on the DB12, the Bilstein DTX shock allow finer tuning of the damping characteristics in the 3 drive modes, GT, Sport, and Sport Plus. The electric power steering rack is controlled by way of a non-isolated steering column to improve feel. Standard brakes are carbon ceramic, with 16.1-inch rotors up front and 14.2-inch items at the rear that allow fade-free braking at temperatures up to more than 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit and reduce unsprung mass by 60 pounds compared with steel brakes. Standard wheels are forged 21-inch alloys, which are fitted with Pirelli P0 tires, 275/35 at the front and 325/25 at the rear, that have been specifically developed for the Vanquish. The tires feature Pirelli's noise-cancelling technology, which uses a sound-deadening material on the inside of the tire to reduce road noise. The new Pirellis reflect the mission statement of the Vanquish: it may be ferociously powerful but it's also a Gran Turismo and should therefore be able to transport 2 people at high speed in comfort. One look inside the cabin underscores that mission statement. As with the other new and revised Lawrence Stroll-era Astons, the Vanquish features an interior awash with premium materials and high technology. The screens and switchgear and all their attendant functionality are shared with the DB12, the Vantage, and the upgraded DBX 707, but the Vanquish cabin features a horizontal center console that delivers an increased sense of spaciousness. Other interior design elements unique to the Vanquish include the chrome horizon line across the dash and new quilting patterns on the standard Sports Plus seats and rear parcel shelf. Fitted saddle leather luggage sets are available as an option, along with lightweight carbon fiber shell performance seats. Heart of the new Vanquish, though, is that mighty V12. It was inconceivable that a new Aston Martin flagship should be powered by anything other than a state-of-the-art V12, says Roberto Fedeli, who, ironically, was Ferrari's technical director from 2006 to 2014 before becoming Aston Martin's chief technology officer in 2022. That said, the Vanquish's engine is heavily based on the 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 that debuted in the 2017 DB11. But, Fedeli says, it has been reworked from block casting to cylinder heads. The block has been strengthened and the redesigned cylinder heads feature new intake and exhaust port geometries and repositioned spark plugs. The 4 valves per cylinder are actuated by reprofiled camshafts, and the combustion chambers are fed by higher flow rate fuel injectors and filled by reduced inertia turbochargers. The new turbos are not only more responsive, but also spin 15% faster and have an intelligent wastegate system that accumulates boost pressure at part throttle, which can be deployed the instant the driver goes to power, a feature Aston calls boost reserve. The revamped V12 drives the rear wheels through an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission and an e-diff that can transition from fully open to 100% locked in 135 milliseconds. The e-diff enhances the agility of the chassis in low and medium speed corners, but its main task is to work in concert with the new stability control system to manage the rear end of the car at high speeds, ensuring driver confidence through fast sweepers and lane change maneuvers. Along with damping carefully calibrated to ensure the rear tires follow the contours of the road, the e-diff is one of the key elements in ensuring the engine's prodigious torque gets to the tarmac, says Aston Martin's Director of Vehicle Performance, Simon Newton. There's no front engine, rear-drive GT with this much torque, Newton says. But we had the confidence we could make it work. On paper, the new Aston Martin Vantage is simply the logical successor to the 12-cylinder DBS. But it's more than that. With more power and torque, a chassis with a longer wheelbase, a more luxurious interior, unique carbon fiber body panels, and a production volume limited to just 1,000 cars a year, the Vanquish is now emphatically the flagship of the front-engine Aston Martin lineup. And just as the Vantage is an Aston Martin for people bored with Porsche 911s and the DB12 a convincing alternative to Bentley's Continental GT V8, the Vanquish looks equipped to take the fight to Ferrari's 12-cylindry. Indeed, with a base price of $429,000, Aston's big and fast GT will be priced right on Ferrari's 12-cylinder front-engine flagship when the first cars arrive in the US early next year.